Good morning, everybody. We are back with Bill Lichty from the Gem and Mineral Society. How are you?
I'm great.
It's early, huh?
Way too early. I didn't know there was two 7 o'clock.
We were just talking about that. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Gem and Mineral Society, and then what do you got going on here? What is?
Well, this is what we make. I mean, we can make anything. This is just a rock, basically.
There we go.
Gravity.
These are just rocks. We can turn these into stones, into jewelry. This is just basic copper wire.
Wow.
Shined up and weaved together. These are, well, he's got the cubic zirconia here. Everybody's heard of cubic zirconia, and that's
look how it's
cubic
heavy.
zirconia, and we can.
I buy that for all my girls.
We don't teach how to facet, but there is faceting clubs. Then the rest is just wire wrapping and.
You know, what does this look like? It's metal on the ends. So what happens when you cut it or something?
Yeah, it's just when you cut it, it just from the saw.
Now that you said that's man-made. How's that produced?
It's produced in a kiln. Basically, they fire it up, and then this is man-made quartz.
Wow.
They just start with a piece of quartz and they just grow it in a lab.
It's crazy. Now, you folks do the exhibit every year at the fair.
We do the exhibit every year in a fair. We're right next to the flower shop. Right next to the sawmill, actually.
Very cool.
And where they do the gold panning and.
And are there different exhibitors that go to this? I mean, is it just
yes,
one big display?
It's one. Well, there's a whole bunch of displays. We are all from Amador County Gem and Mineral that enter the displays, and we run the display thing. But
Okay, and they're in the floriculture building.
Correct.
And so it's cool in there.
It's nice and air
you're
conditioned.
off over, and I think you're on the other side of the little pond in there.
Yes.
And that's great. And a lot of exhibits that are going on in there, and that's a good place for people to meet your society.
We're there every
and
day.
Find out about
we do demonstrations every day.
Do they sell items there?
We do, but most people don't.
Sure.
So, but yeah, pretty much everything is for sale.
How'd you get into this?
My wife dragged me into it. I used to do lapidary when I was a
That
small
sounds
kid.
familiar.
I used to do lapidary when I was a small kid, but when I got older, I loved doing faceting.
Because this takes skill. I mean, if this came from this, that's pretty talented right
really?
there.
Somebody did that?
Yeah, my wife.
She weaves this?
She weaves that. Yeah, that's called, I think it's called dragon scale.
Wow.
Well, I would like to see how you do it. It winds up straight just to make all these bends and make the bend as it goes?
You take your wire and basically you wrap it around like this and on a smaller scale, and then you cut out rings, and those are just rings wound together, weaved together.
Pretty cool.
Wow, that's good.
And this is amazing to me. This, which is heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, this for a little tiny piece, that's pretty heavy. That came out of that.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And how long does it take to make something like that?
It depends. For me, it took a long time. I'm not as good as most people. But.
That's because you're precise. It's precision.
Oh, okay, we'll go with precision.
Right.
So do you cut that with like a same kind of facet cutting? Or
Yeah, you cut it with a faceter. You cut it with a faceter. It's actually got a wheel on it where they spin it.
Job.
Now it's gone.
I'm going to introduce you guys to glue.
And then this. Well, yeah, but you don't want to glue this down because you might want to mount it in something. This is just dichroic glass.
That's beautiful.
This is just melted. You just melt glass in a kiln.
And then they sand it, or what do they do?
No,
Just like that?
It's just like that. It's glass. Once it's melted, you can polish it up, and then you just wrap it with wire.
Mr. T. Mr. T is a character from the 80s, boys and girls.
Yeah.
I
From the
am
18.
Mr. T.
You know who he is? Congratulations.
Okay.
That's good.
That's good.
So you're there for the entire fair.
We're there for the entire fair. We're there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday from 10 to 10.
And I've never been. Is it a big exhibit?
It's a pretty good sized exhibit. We have, I don't know, I think we have 100 different entries this year.
And do you have a location? You guys have the society have a clubhouse? What?
Yes, we do. We're located in Sutter Creek. We're behind the Sutter Creek School.
Okay.
You got to go down Randolph Street and then turn on to some other street.
So listen, do you ever
pretty
get your
hidden, but we
wife
do have
jewelry for a gift?
Do I ever give my wife? I do all the time.
Do you make it for her?
No. I can't make it for her.
Come on.
Well, actually, I did. I gave her that red stone. I made that red stone.
Very nice. That's very cool.
That dichroic glass. So.
Now, do you folks, does the society do classes if somebody wants to get involved with this?
We do classes every Friday night, 6 to 8 o'clock.
Is there a fee?
It's $25 to join the Amador Gem and Mineral Society for a family, $15 per person, and then it costs $4 if you go to a class because we got to pay for electricity.
Sure, I hear you. That makes sense.
But nobody makes any money personally.
It's just the upkeep of the club and
Yeah,
stuff.
we have a website. It's Amador County Gem and Mineral.
AmadorCountyGemandMineral.com.
I believe, .org.
.org. AmadorGemandMineral.org.
Yep.
Meetings, it says, are fourth Tuesday every other month?
Fourth Tuesday every other month. It's pretty simple. We don't get a whole lot of people to show up.
You still have a scholarship program that
We do,
participate
but
in?
not so much anymore because our membership is dwindling. We don't have as much money as we used to have.
Sure.
We basically have two fundraisers: the fair and the first weekend in May we do the Kennedy Mine.
Oh, okay, right.
So
I've been there. That's a great place, and they do sell stuff right there.
oh, the Kennedy Mine. Yeah, we do sell stuff there. We sell rock slabs if you want to buy a rock slab. We sell everything, and then we have other vendors around. And the Kennedy Mine's a great place to go if you've never been to the Kennedy Mine.
I've never been anywhere.
It's a tour you should take. It's really interesting
That's one thing that
tour.
happens. Like if you're in the restaurant business,
You
know,
don't get to
like,
go anywhere, man. Anywhere.
well, you can't.
Oh, well, I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and as you know, the entire county closes
On
on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but this is awesome. I think this is great, and it'd be fun. I think kids would love something like this. You know, teenagers, you can get young kids to do something like this.
You know, we'd love to get anybody to do something like this, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time. I mean, the polishing and whatever takes time, but I mean, you can make something.
How long did it take you to make that?
About an hour.
About an hour.
I can do that.
Well, you just have to melt glass. I mean, you just have to have a kiln and just melt the glass. I mean, it's not. And then the wire wrap is.
Well, you know, it just goes to show you when you're good at doing something, it looks easy. It looks really hard,
Right.
to me, I'll tell you.
We don't.
All right.
Yeah.
And there's
That's
still,
hard to me,
still
too.
a lot of creativity in that as well. This is what amazes me. Like, you see, like Sue retired and maybe like knitting these.